What's up, mystery gang? Thank you for coming to my channel. Now, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. Alright, so today we're going to be discussing Alejandro Ripley. Now, Alejandro Ripley was a 9-year-old from Miami-Dade County. He lived here with his mother, Patricia, his brother, Aldo Jr., and his dad, Aldo Sr. Now, Aldo Sr. was a sales manager. They lived a pretty comfortable life. And on all accounts, the mom was a stay-at-home mom, Patricia, and she really loved her kids. When I went on their social media pages, you know, just trying to get a background story on them, all of her pictures were of her kids. It was of her family back in the Dominican Republic. I mean, she seemed like a very, very family-oriented type of person. Now, I could be wrong. More details could come out. Like I said, this just happened in May. So it's a lot that we don't know. But I wanted to bring awareness to this because y'all know I love to do cases about kids because I love kids. Y'all know that. Alright, so Aldo Sr., he was a sales manager. And Patricia stayed at home, you know, I guess running the home. They had an older son named Aldo Jr. Aldo Jr. was a very popular guy. He was the sports player, you know, he just was the outgoing one. Now, Alejandro, he has autism. Alejandro was 9 years old. He has autism and he has nonverbal autism. So basically he could not communicate things and it was just very hard for him to do daily things in life. Now, he did attend a school for kids with autism and the teachers at this school say that he was just one of the most happiest kids they ever met in their life. They said he just got along with everybody. And they said the family seemed extremely close and the family just seemed happy. All right, so we're going to fast forward to May 21st, 2020, around 7:30 p.m. on Kendall Drive. It's a canal that sits like behind the houses. And witnesses, they don't want to be identified. They want to remain anonymous. But witnesses report that they saw a child just sitting in the canal. A canal is like a body of water that just runs down. Now, they saw the child just sitting in this canal. And all of a sudden, they saw a lady just running around screaming. So the man said he went up to the child and tried to talk to the child, but the child would not communicate with them. All of a sudden, the woman runs back and she has a couple with them and they pull the child from the canal and dry him off. That's the last that he saw of this woman and this child. Now, this child was Alejandro. He didn't respond to the witness because he can't. He has nonverbal autism. He could not respond. Now, the witness says that Alejandro was just sitting in the water. He wasn't crying. He wasn't moving. He was just sitting there. And the water was up to his chest. So when Patricia, which is the lady that was running around screaming, when she ran up, the man was just like, okay, like maybe this is his mom. Maybe, you know, he fell in. He was like, kids fall in the canal all the time. Like he said, he's lived in the same residence for 25 years. And kids always fall in the canal. So he said they really didn't think much of it, you guys. But Patricia and Alejandro, after they left that canal, about an hour later, Patricia did the unthinkable. What Patricia did next was crazy. But I have to tell you guys that Patricia wasn't yelling and screaming to save Alejandro's life. Investigators later found out Patricia had just tried to drown Alejandro for the first time. And yes, I said the first time because she tried to attempt to drown him again. And this second time was an hour after they left this canal. Now, an hour later, Patricia drives somewhere else to another place. I think it's the golf course or something like that. But she drives to this golf course and she successfully drowns Alejandro, her 9-year-old son with autism. Not only did she try to drown him the first time and fail, when the people caught him in this water, they didn't know that Patricia was in the process of literally trying to kill her child. So when she got to the second place, which was a golf resort, she successfully put him in the water and she drove to a Home Depot. Now, the crazy part about this is Patricia sat in this Home Depot parking lot for maybe 15-20 minutes before jumping out the car, yelling and screaming until somebody saw her once again. I don't know if it's like her thing is to yell and scream to get people attention, but I think what she was trying to do was come off as like, oh my God, something's happening, to make people run over there so she doesn't have to call the police herself. So she jumps out the car yelling and screaming, and a man sees her yelling and screaming, and sure enough, he calls the police. And when the police arrive, Patricia gave them the most craziest story as to what had just happened. Patricia tells police that Alejandro was just abducted. Now, we know that Alejandro was just drowned by her, but police are really believing that the child was abducted. Now, Patricia says that she was just driving down the road with Alejandro in the back, and a light blue car swerved in front of her, ran her off the road, and came up to her window with a knife. That's when they demanded drugs, and they just grabbed Alejandro out of the car and just ran off with him. Now, police believe this at first, but when the news break that Alejandro is missing, and they tell them what's like the details and see his mom, witnesses see this, and they tell police that no, we just saw them literally at the canal, and we just saved this boy's life the night before. After she's saying Alejandro was abducted, the police started investigation. They put out an Amber Alert. They try to find Alejandro. Well, the witnesses that were there at the canal earlier that day told police that no, that is not what happened. We literally saw this woman at the canal with this boy. So after police do a little investigation, they see that it's surveillance where the canal was, y'all. And the surveillance leaked of Patricia throwing Alejandro in the first canal. And it's devastating and it's disturbing. And I'm going to show y'all, but it's crazy.
Son into the water before running away screaming. Police say that was the mother.
On the surveillance footage, you can clearly see this first attempt Patricia made to throw her own son in a canal. She pushes him over and then she just takes out running as if, oh my God, something happened to my son. Now, police see this and now they want to question Patricia and see what is going on. Why is there a video of you literally pushing your child in the pool, in the canal at the same time? You're telling us that somebody abducted him.
There to save him. Patricia Ripley is presently charged with attempted first-degree murder, premeditated murder, and first-degree murder.
Now, after the witnesses come forward, after the surveillance of her literally pushing Alejandro in this canal, Patricia then admits to police that she did drown him. But she tells police that he's in a better place. You guys, I don't have an autistic child, so I can't comment on the day-to-days, what people go through with autistic kids, but imagine what the child is going through. Imagine how you feel that you can't communicate something or that you can't do something as well as somebody. But you know what's so crazy though? Autistic kids are just amazing to me. Like, they are so special and just carefree and happy. And even the people at his school was saying that he was just so happy.
Friends and therapists from My Kid Therapy Center, where Alejandro attended, gathered to remember him, while so many questions remain about what exactly happened.
He was a happy boy. He was a loving boy. Like, all his family loved him. How can this be? He was a sweet little kid. He didn't deserve this. He was a world to his parents.
So I'm trying to understand what made Patricia snap and kill her son. First of all, the first attempt should have showed you, okay, this is crazy. This is something that I should not be doing. But the second attempt, and not only that, you sat at Home Depot and just sat in the parking lot wasting time just to make sure he was dead. You really just, you wanted to make sure that he couldn't get out of that water. That's why you sat there for a little while before you caused the scene. Now, Patricia was charged with attempted murder and premeditated murder. Her husband, Aldo, is saying that he does not believe his wife did this to his son. He is saying that he feels like everybody is just judging him, judging his family. But in reality, he has to accept the fact that his wife murdered their son.
And we not agreed with whatever they said about my wife. It's not real.
Now, you have to understand the type of family dynamic that they had. He probably had no idea that she would do something like that. But then again, you have to understand, if he's at work all the time and she's at home with Alejandro, he doesn't really understand everything that she goes through on a daily basis. Now, killing your child is next level evil. She needs to rot in jail, but she does need help. Because what would make you kill your child versus just saying, look, Aldo, her husband, she could have just said, look, Aldo, I can't do this. I need help. I need a nanny. I need some type of help. They had money. Aldo did pretty good for himself. I just don't get why Patricia resorted to killing him. I don't get it. As far as Patricia's other family, like, I have not heard anything, but I really think that they came over from the Dominican Republic, because when I went on her social medias, a lot of her family is still over there now. So I'm thinking maybe they came, you know, maybe they don't really have family in the US. But, you know, it still doesn't change the fact that she murdered her son. She needs to pay for what she did. And like I said, at the end of the day, he didn't ask to be here. He didn't ask to have, you know, autism. He didn't ask for that. Just like millions of other kids don't ask for it. So we have to sympathize with these kids and make sure that we're there for them and there to help them and provide the things that they need. Like I said, this story is still developing, y'all. So we have a long way to go. I'm going to do an update when everything starts to go to trial and all of that. I'm going to do an update. But as of right now, this is all the information that we really have on the case. It's very sad that Alejandro had to lose his life. And I just really hope that they punish Patricia to the most that they can. All right, that's all I got for you today. I know this is kind of a short video, but I said I was going to do my true crime videos on Tuesdays, but I wasn't really doing nothing today, so I said I'm gonna go ahead and record and post a video for you guys. Make sure y'all hit subscribe, and please hit the notification bell as well. Follow me on TikTok at Big Draco. Follow me on Instagram. Do all of that, y'all. Love you guys. Bye.